All right, real quick, here's what you got to know about the Drake lawsuit. For starters, it's not a lawsuit, it's a petition. All right, listen closely. See, Drake is signed to a record label called Republic Records. Kendrick Lamar is signed to a record label called Interscope Records. Both of these record labels are owned by Universal Music Group. Now, what Drake is saying is that Universal Music Group, since it owns both him and Kendrick Lamar's music, favored Kendrick Lamar over Drake during their rap beef. Why? Well, here's where it starts to get wicked. See, Drake is in contract negotiations with Universal Music Group, but Universal Music Group had a problem. Drake made them a lot of money. So now Drake's basically like, you see how much I'm worth, Universal Music Group. For my next contract, I need that. Y'all better give me that money. They said, how much you want? He said, a lot. Now, while all this is going on, the Kendrick and Drake beef thing happened. So Drake says Universal Music Group amplified Kendrick to ruin Drake's career. So then during the contract negotiations, Universal could be like, oh, you're not worth that much now. You look terrible in front of the media. We'll give you this much. And Drake claims they basically did this through botted plays, giving Kendrick Lamar more plays like fake streams through Spotify. He claims that Spotify might be in on this too. Again, to make it look like Kendrick is doing better than he actually is and to make Drake look bad. Now, here's the problem. Remember how I told you this is not a lawsuit? This is a petition? Well, that means Drake doesn't have an insane amount of evidence. What he's basically saying is, courts, tell Universal Music Group to give me the evidence. Because I, Drake, know it happened. I heard it from ex-employees. I saw it on Academic Stream, blah, blah, blah. Tell Universal Music Group to tell me who did it. They don't have to be the ones who did it, but someone in their company did. So who am I suing? Now, Universal Music Group responds to Drake by saying, yo, this ain't got nothing to do with us. If you want to sue somebody, sue Kung Fu Kenny. The fans choose which song becomes popular, and that's actually very important because Universal Music Group is saying, yo, people just like your songs better, broski. Let it go. But the fans fully choosing the music might not be entirely true. Universal Music Group and Spotify are like this. They're locked in. It's been known for a long time that streaming companies favor record label artists. A record label says, yo, push this person out. The streaming company might put them on a few more playlists. Drake understands this, so he's putting Universal Music Group in a tough position because Kendrick Lamar very well might have had his plays increased. But so does every other artist under record labels. Allegedly, it's kind of like massive influencers having some fake followers. You can assume that there's some fake followers, right? But Drake's just claiming Universal Music Group did it excessively for Kendrick to make him look bad. Now, this is a massive risk for Drake. The only way Drake wins is if it comes out that most of Kendrick Lamar's streams were botted. And you have to like Drake again. Because remember, this is about label negotiation. If people say, yo, Kendrick, you botted your streams, not cool. But we're still not listening to you, Drake. Then his record label is going to be like, well, we're not going to pay you. People still don't like you. But it gets worse. Because remember, I said that's if people find out that Kendrick botted his streams. What if Kendrick didn't bot his streams? One, people are not going to like him even more. So the label's definitely not going to pay him. And two, this is going to look like a sore loser tactic. You lost the battle. You said, prove I lost. They prove it. It's not a good look. Now, Drake's team is aware that this is going to make him look terrible. So they stressed, by the way, we're suing the record label. We're not suing Kendrick Lamar, everybody. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking. Oh, okay, this is not too bad. Drake is suing the record label, not exactly Kendrick. Well, it gets worse. Drake and his team also said, well, we're also mad that Universal Music Group allowed Kendrick to release a song talking crazy about me, saying all these terrible things about me, calling me a person who only goes after certain girls. Yes, Drake's argument is basically, that made me look bad. Universal shouldn't have allowed that to happen. This defames me. Now, again, Drake and his team haven't officially stamped this in and filed an official lawsuit because he doesn't have the evidence. But historically, defamation lawsuits saying that person made me look bad, so they basically ruined my life, are really hard to win. So I have no idea why Drake and his team would slide that in. Maybe to tie up Kendrick's songs in a legal dispute so Kendrick can't perform them at the Super Bowl. I have no idea. That's just a complete guess. There's not that much information out now, but when there is more, I'll let you know. All that is known is Drake is suing Universal because he says Universal helped Kendrick defeat Drake so Universal can get a better deal from Drake in the future. Anyway.